you and I both get to be in the smug club because we both picked
Yes.
the Buccaneers, and not many people did for this game. That said, though, did you expect it to be quite so one-sided? None of us really saw this coming. It was not one that went to the script that we were all peddling all last week.
No, it was all about the two quarterbacks and who's going to have the ball in their hands last, and that certainly wasn't the case. Tom Brady, most of his Super Bowls, all of them really close games. This one, a dominant performance defensively and offensively by them. And really, on paper, what happened was boring, but it played out, right? It was the Buccaneers being well equipped to take down and rattle Patrick Mahomes like we've never seen before. The magic ran out for them offensively. I cannot believe that they did not score a touchdown. That is the most shocking thing. I thought they put up points, but I thought the Buccaneers would win because I lived in New England. I was close to the Patriots up there and Tom Brady, seeing how he operates and how he elevates teams. And what he brings to the table is accountability, and that causes confidence, having 6 rings. And when you're confident, you're fearless. And we saw 4 quarters of fearlessness. And at no point in the game did I think, Hannah, the Chiefs were coming back. Not when you have Tom Brady. Tom Brady is not Josh Allen. Tom Brady is not Lamar Jackson or Ryan Tannehill or any other quarterback. It's a different animal, and it's a different feeling that he instills in the team.
Yeah, and it is that belief that I think is just so impressive. You also, I feel, might be a little bit psychic because I heard you were watching along. We had full 8 hours of game day morning here on Sky Sports NFL.
Woo!
You were telling everyone not to sleep on Gronk, on Robert Gronkowski, and he turned up. It was like time travel, wasn't it, really, that Brady-Gronk touchdown connection?
It certainly was amazing, and it's his 4th Super Bowl win. I talked to him the Monday on opening night. I had an interview, a one-on-one with him for NFL Network, and he was so calm and different a little bit and a little bit more mature, but he knew the 87 to 12 to 87 connection was going to be on display. If you've seen him against the Kansas City Chiefs in any game in his career, he always has a great one. And there were moments in each game of this postseason where he had his hands on it, whether it was a beautiful block to pave the way for Leonard Fournette, or whether it was a screen pass to sort of seal the deal or set up a touchdown run for his quarterback. He had his paws all over it, and it was really cool to see it play off on the big stage and to see him get to go to Disney World, because it's usually Tom or Julian Edelman up there in New England who get the warm weather. So it was nice to see that for Gronk.
Yeah, I enjoyed his Instagram stories of him in a completely empty Disneyland. He is just a big kid, really, isn't he? Finally, Kay, a lot of us over here have been reflecting on how lucky we are to have had this NFL season. It's been entertaining on the field. It's been the perfect distraction from the craziness of the world over the last few months. So how will you look back on this season? I know it doesn't actually stop for you, like you guys keep on going, but when you look back at the last few months, what will you think of it when you look back at this year?
I'll look at the fact that it was unprecedented, like nothing I've ever been a part of. It was the first time I'd missed a Super Bowl in about 8 years. I think similarly to everyone else, you just have to look at it with a sense of gratitude, knowing how bad things have been, to be able to go through that, to have all the protocols work out for a Super Bowl to be played, minimal changes scheduling wise, honestly, looking back on them. Just grateful to have the game. I mean, that's the way I looked at Super Bowl. Was I bummed that I wasn't there? Yes. But even the halftime show, I was like, you know what? For 12 minutes, I'm going to stand on my couch and I'm going to dance and I'm going to jump up and down, because these are 12 minutes I honestly doubted that we were going to have. So you just have to celebrate and enjoy it at a certain point. Unprecedented. I also say just the conversation around social injustice remained at the forefront. That is such credit to the NFL, but to the NFL by way of the players and the leaders using their voices. It never escaped the foreground. It never went away, and it's still very, very in front. So I really think that's important to consider, considering everything and how, there's an election and there's, things with COVID and lots of different things. It's easy to get distracted, and I did not want the NFL to be a distraction from that, and it never did. It actually amplified it, which I'm really proud of.
Yeah, very well said. Okay, it has been an absolute joy talking to you every week. We shall have to find a time for our weekly catch-ups, I feel, because I don't know what I'll do without talking to you on a Tuesday.
Well, Hannah, I've pitched this a million times. You need to come safely to the States, to New York, and you have to host Good Morning Football. Let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I will go to London, and I will do whatever you need for Sky Sports. I could do a little boxing. I don't know what other sports that we're covering, but
Okay.
I will be there for
Okay.
you.
Right, we will get this sorted. This is happening. Okay, brilliant stuff as ever.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you soon.